the nature of the relationships we have are really special. We do business with over 95% of the Fortune 1000 and their counterparts around the world. We insure 40% of the Forbes 400 richest people. These are relationships that are based on real trust. And that trust, I think, gives us an opportunity to co-create solutions with our clients, learning from them and them learning from us, to solve the joint problem of how do we reduce their fear of the future with ever-changing threats, whether it's cyber, whether it's kidnap and ransom, you name it. These are all opportunities to work together to empower our clients. And I think that spirit of partnership and the relationships that have been built up over decades with our client base is a very important additional source of competitive advantage. The wealth of data that we've accumulated internally for years, coupled with the rapidly growing existing external data that is multiplying at astonishing pace, coupled with a third body of data, which is data that we create consciously through sensors or other mechanisms where we have to actually spend CapEx to gather more data. That triangle of data, internal, existing, external, and new, is going to be a key part of having competitive advantage in our target markets. And that has to be informed by the art of experienced domain experts that really understand how to find the signal from the noise of all this data. We're overwhelmed with too much data. The proportion of that data that's actually relevant to solving our clients' problems is one of the big challenges, and that's where experience has to be coupled with the science of using data. You need to make it as simple as possible but as complex as necessary to guide people to allocate capital in ways that acknowledge that our shareholders demand us to use their capital in a way that's value added, that our clients are willing to pay for. And that is a series of big macro portfolio decisions, but also micro decisions on, does this transaction make sense, or does that transaction make sense? Or does this clause within that transaction add enough value for the extra risk it's taking? And so these are changes in the mindset of the whole company from volume to value. How do we get the right trade-off between the volume of business we write and the value of each piece of business we write? We were far more than an insurance company before the financial crisis, many aspects of financial services, and we've sold over 30 companies in our period post-financial crisis. But today we are still a very diverse company, and we continue to narrow our focus in the businesses where we can be most valuable to our clients, and that process of focus will continue. And so narrowing our focus, becoming more efficient, and returning excess capital to shareholders is going to be a key part of the picture. So we'll be a less capital-intensive business, more service-oriented, and we'll be more focused in a smaller number of locations, especially on the consumer side, where you really have to have critical mass in a location to have good economics. But on the commercial side, where our customers truly value the breadth of our international network, that becomes something we will continue to invest in and perhaps expand to other countries. I'm a year into my tenure as CEO. I viewed one of my most important things was to get alignment around the company's mission, vision, and values. What it is we want to do, why it is we think that's important for the world, and the how we want to do it. And knowing that this is a company with a long history, this is not a clean piece of paper. I wanted to draw the very best of what had made the company successful in the past, as well as learn from some of the things that had held us back in the past. I like to talk about making the company a learning organization rather than a knowledge organization. And it's recognizing that however much experience we have, it always needs to be reinvested in. And the challenges that we face in the future will be different than the ones before. Are you going to have a culture where you celebrate individual effort, or are you going to have a culture where you celebrate people who have the courage to ask for help and the generosity to give help to their colleagues in a collaborative way to solve our clients' problems? And so when people feel supported in that way, I think they feel much more comfortable with the changes around them, the disruptions from new technology, new business models that are going to attack every industry. And I think that collective wisdom that we have as a company, in addition to what we learn from our clients, and that collaboration is an internal and external collaboration where we listen as much as we talk, I think is going to give us the strength to manage this transformation and come out even stronger. Today, it's a big company, it's a powerful company. In the future, it's going to be a smart, collaborative, and agile company.